Alright guys, here is my Losi 10 SCTE short course truck. Don't know if you guys can notice something different than the regular almost ready to run version that I did an unboxing video for. But as you can see there is a gold colored chassis at the bottom. This is the TLR flex tuned chassis. This is a kind of milled out chassis that is lightened and hopefully will be a nice upgrade to the chassis that it comes with. So let me give you a part number real quick before we start anything else off. It is part number TLR 4000, and that is the flex tuned lightened chassis for the 10 SCTE. There's lots of different ones on the market, and I was definitely drawn to the bump chassis that is available because it's right there at the place where I always go to, which is Nitro House, and they were unfortunately out of stock on it. The Jammin' chassis they also carry, which is from Afna's other brother that makes chassis, and they were out of stock on that one too. The other one that they carry is the MIP, which is brand new. I've just seen very little footage of that thing, and I mean it looks really cool. It's $200 for the whole kit, and that kind of makes me a little bit nervous. But I picked this thing up. I got a little bit of a break on it because they're offering a 5% off right now, and this is July of 2012. Today's date at least. So I got a little bit of a break on this thing. It was right under $100. So hopefully sticking with TLR and Team Losi will do me good on this particular truck. So what I'm going to do now is kind of show you guys the differences on the two between the stock chassis and the $100 TLR chassis. So obviously they really point out that it is flex tuned, so they do want some sort of flexing to go on, I guess, with the TLR chassis. The stock chassis, which I have right here, never been run, but I went ahead and replaced it out. It's the first thing I've replaced on this truck. Here's the underside, and basically the biggest difference that I notice is this is just a stamped aluminum, where it appears that this is a somewhat CNC'd type chassis. It has all sorts of different cutouts. It is obviously lighter than the stock chassis, and pretty much other than that, it's pretty much the same. Let's flip this thing over here, and you guys can see the bottom of it. Not too fond of the gold color, but it definitely looks good. Now, going through the process of changing it out, there's lots of screw turning to do. I did everything by hand. I didn't want to mess up anything on this brand new truck. And I noticed something really odd. You'll notice there's all different sorts of color of screws on there. There's silver ones, there's black ones, and then there's kind of weird, skinny ones right here. Those are all the silvers, and there's these big fat black ones right there. They even got these somewhat adjustable ones, which they don't really adjust, but they have notches to be adjusted. Anyways, I was kind of turning some screws earlier today. Noticed, these are all 2mm, which I guess was right. I went to disassemble the rear and the front bulkheads, also the center diff, and there's also this one on the battery, and my 2.5 wouldn't fit in there. Thinking, wait a second. Everything else is 2mm. This little guy right here was a 1.5. What's going on? What's Losi doing? All those black ones are 3/32. So not only did I have to break out the old standard flip hex deal, I ended up having to buy a new wrench for this truck, which kind of irritating. I thought they would just stick with all metric hardware, which pretty much is standard now in most RCs. So anyways, that was kind of a letdown a little bit. Other than that, the only other thing that I've really noticed, and I'll lay the other chassis here right next to it, is you'll notice there's an extra screw hole right here. which is not on the stock one, and that's right there. This is so that you can put their torque bar or torque something or another, or run a longer chassis brace on the rear. I'll show you guys what that looks like, at least on the top of the truck here. You'll notice short little stubby one right there, and then there's that other hole right there. So I will be able to run a longer chassis brace, because that is somewhat of a weakness on this truck, is that rear chassis brace, also the rear shock tower. So those will be replaced out very soon, and that is basically it. Really happy with the way it looks. Turned out really nice. No issues rethreading or anything weird. Definitely remember to use Loctite on these two screws that come up from the bottom, and also on the motor mount, which is aluminum. This side is not, and I'm talking about the underside, obviously. So that's basically it. Turned out pretty nice. I have more upgrades coming up very soon for this truck. I do plan to race this thing in the upcoming couple of weeks. I am going on vacation here, so I will be out of town for about a week and a half, but I will get this thing up and running and show you guys each step of the way. So that's it for now, guys. Any questions, throw them on down below. If you like it, hit the like button, and if you really like my videos, take a look at my channel and subscribe. I'm doing constant videos and showing you guys new things, and hopefully things that other people haven't done before. So that's it for now, guys. Over now.